What's up, everybody? Hey, today I'm out here at the Green Swamp Wildlife Management Area, the east side, and I'm here at the check station. And right now, it's opened up for the season of fishing and frogging, and that allows you to drive down some roads that are typically closed that accesses the river. So I know it's pretty dry right now, but we're gonna get out of the house and go check it out. I got the family with me in the truck. We're gonna go down and check out the river. Maybe we'll catch a fish or so. There's the check station, the old pickup truck. There's the cleaning station, so if you get any game or anything like that during hunting season, that's where you can clean it at. And right there is the Florida Trail marker. All right, here's the bridge that crosses over the Withlacootchee River. As you come in, we passed up Orange Lake, but there's supposed to be a little small gator over here somewhere we're trying to find. We just drove over the bridge, and my wife spotted it. Now she's on a mission. Watch out for water moccasins. There's frogs. He was in this pool. He'll pop back up. I'm gonna walk back down through here. Here's the riverbed of the Withlacootchee, practically dried up. I'm gonna walk down there and just check things out. We haven't had no rain in a while, but it actually rained today. So it's keeping the dust down, and well, some water's puddled up here and there. But for the most part, I'm walking right down the middle of the Withlacootchee River. There's another spot back further into the woods called Stanley. Stanley Fishing Hole is what I've always called it. And we may drive down to that here in a little bit. We just want to stop here and explore. Been following a few birds down the river. Now they're up there on this big old tree that has fell down. Big old tree. Here's the root ball. Took several down with it. They keep running from me every time I try to get their picture, but right there, they're posted up. Now we're on the other side of the bridge. There's some birds over here. We typically fish right here. Catch a bunch of little warmouth. There's some birds there. Just hanging out. Probably hunting. Oh, there's a gator down there too, right on land. There it goes. Something's crossing. It must be another gator. Yeah, there goes another gator. Couple gators there. All right. Let's go down there and check it out. Check out these birds. And then right to the right of the birds is a little gator. Right there. And there's several more that's swimming around in here.
There's one down there on the land further.
Oh yeah, another one on the land down there. Let's see how close we can get before it spooks off. Several of them in here that size. There it goes. Birds everywhere. Pretty wild out here in the Green Swamp. There's a little swamp puppy. Look at the birds go. Got this gator just sitting here looking at me, only just a couple feet from me. Yeah, there's several of them down here in this pool. It's dry and they're all congregated to one area. We're gonna go back and check out Stanley Fishing Hole, most likely. We've stopped by a spot I wanted to show y'all where there's an old homestead. But while we stopped right outside the truck, look. Just termites everywhere. Where's Soda Pop at? He's the bug man. He should know. I thought I'd show y'all. That's pretty cool. Never seen that before. Not like that. All right, we're coming up on the Steuart home site. Homestead, actually. And grave site. Over there's an outbuilding. I don't think that was the house. If it was, it's really small. The FTA has put a bench out here so you can relax and enjoy this beautiful area up underneath all these oak trees. But here's the monument memorializing the Steuart family, which was axe murdered by their son, stepson, something like that.
Murdered together in their home by Sally's grandson Joshua
Tucker.
Bowden and a friend, John Tucker.
Oh, okay. So this out here just off the main grade, but it's also on a White Blaze day loop, I believe, or weekend loop in the Green Swamp East. So let's go check out this little hut over here. I've been coming out here ever since I was a kid, and I feel like I remember another building here, but I could be wrong. I thought there was two here, but this is the only one I see stands now. And it could still keep you out of the weather for a little bit. Pretty holy roof though. And then somebody's got some flowers and a stump. So that's what gets me. This tree stump is in here and was cut down. So was this thing moved over the stump? I don't really know. But there's one more thing along the trail in the back I want to show y'all. Just a little ways down this White Blaze from the Steuart homestead, there's an old cattle dipping vat up here. Just about fell in. And that's what I'm taking y'all to see. And they have a little sign up here stating where it's at, or when it was built. 1929. And the woods are burnt around it. Usually they're growed over, so you can see it really well right now. And they would herd their cows and horses, because I'm pretty sure the Steuart was a horse farmer. And they would herd them down through here with most likely some sort of turpentine mixture or something to keep the bugs off of them. And that's how it was back in the days. There used to be hundreds and hundreds of these things throughout Florida, and probably still is, the remnants of them that don't cave in. Pretty cool. Back here in these beautiful woods. This is a pretty cool area out here in the Green Swamp East. And if you're hiking the Florida Trail, it brings you right past it. So get out and check it out. I think we're gonna head down the Stanley fishing hole if we got the time. Okay, this isn't Stanley fishing hole, but this is another spot where I know of some buildings, some old sheds or homes. I can see it right there. Go check it out. I don't know the names of any of this stuff, like whose home site it was or anything, but just thought I'd show y'all. Here's an old outbuilding here. Collapsed, caved in. And then there's a couple more over here. These are pretty neat. Kind of toppling over, but built out of old cypress. And there's a big old stone around there I don't think I've ever paid any attention to. Let's go see it. Oh yeah, That's just metal. It looked like a stone. No, that's even rubber. I thought it was a huge stone. That might have been a well. I bet it was hand-driven well there. Let's look inside. They hold up pretty good for all the years compared to these modern mobile homes and junk they build today. Let's look inside this one. All right, maybe we'll make it to Stanley Fishing Hole. Maybe we won't. Hey, babe. You want to be my neighbor? All right, back to the truck. All right, y'all, we made it down to Stanley Fishing Hole. A little bit of water down here, but there's a pretty good sized gator. And you can't really see it on the other side. Got some people down here fishing. I don't think we got time to fish. We're just gonna ride in and check it out. Look around a little bit. You can see where people has caught the armored catfish. Throwed them up on the bank. Let's see, look at that. That's a pretty big gator over there. You can barely see the back of it and the nose. She's always in here. But there's more water in here than what we thought. Yeah, there's a small gator right there. Bunch of minnows. You can come in here and catch a bunch of warmouth, some bluegill, and some catfish. We've done it several times. And that log right there, that's ours. Yeah, that we'll never get. We'll never get it, but it's ours. Samantha's always wanted it. Some birds on the other side. Yeah, it's axe cut. And it's dug in the mud. And we don't got nothing big enough to get it out. Not that we would. Let's see if we can see the gator now with the sun. Oh yeah, you can see the size of that gator over there. But all these splashes is armored catfish. They're just taking over. They are not supposed to be in these waters. They're invasive. Okay, we're gonna go look around a little bit. I've been down in here, y'all, to where this is totally dried up through here. And I walked right down the middle of the banks of the river here, and it's pretty cool when you get to do that, because you can see a lot of the old growth cypress that they logged years and years ago. They're huge, humongous, and the remnants of them are still there. But I mean, you can't really get to it unless the river's low or bushwhack down the edge. Where'd that big gator go? She went down. Here's a look at this beautiful spot before we got to get out of here. Oh boy. She might be going in. She's pressing her luck. I might get a show here. Are you gonna jump all the way across?
I don't have to jump. The log goes all the way.
No.
But I don't need to go over there.
Parkour. There's that gator. She's a big one. She's always in here. Like past, I don't know, 8 years we've been coming in here or more. She's been in here and she gets bigger each time, but I mean, she's got plenty to eat on in here. I think that's it for today, y'all. We got other obligations to do, so we're headed out of the woods. Appreciate y'all sticking around and watching my videos. We'll see you on the next one.